Welcome to Dumpster Diving, where we look at something horrible from the past. Today, growing pains. The episode begins with Carol and her boyfriend Bobby returning to Carol's house after the winter formal. Bobby fumbles through some compliments that show us he's an idiot, and then he says he likes Carol in a dress that looks like it's falling off. Subtlety wasn't invented until 1995. Bobby says he's happy that she understands him, and Carol says Bobby understands her too. He's incredulous, and Carol asks him what she's thinking right now. This is a classic female trap. There is no way that any man could ever understand what any woman is thinking, ever. But even though Bobby is an idiot, he's too smart for this ruse, and he leans in and kisses her. Mike walks up and solidifies his position as creepiest brother ever by timing them and declaring it a record after they part. Mike leaves and Bobby and Carol sit down. Bobby explains how good he thinks they are together and then blurts out that he loves her. "Oh, Bobby, you were so close, but you flew too close to the sun and made an amateur move of saying you loved her first." Carol says she loves him too, and Bobby fumbles in his pocket and pulls out a ring. He proposes to her on the spot. Either this guy is desperate or Carol Seaver is secretly a teen witch. The episode cuts to the opening and that sweet, sweet theme song where we get to see Alan Thicke grow up before our very eyes. Though I think he would look a little more forlorn if he were aware that he'd eventually be responsible for this.
If you can't hear what I'm trying to say, maybe I'm going deaf, maybe I'm going blind.
Back to the episode, Bobby explains that they won't get married right away. They'll do it a year from now after they've graduated high school. Side note, that doesn't make it any better. Carol says yes and they hug. Upstairs, Jason is trying to spy on them by leaning out the window with a hand mirror. He's not having much success, and it's pretty clear that he should have gotten spy tech.
Cancel the plan. They have spy tech.
Maggie interrupts him and he drops the mirror in the bushes. Jason then flails around explaining all the objections to the length of time his daughter is out on the porch and to her dress. It's in this moment that I realize how much Alan Thicke looks like Guy Smiley from the Muppets. Carol comes in and tells them she had a great time and asks if she can have Bobby's parents over for dinner. They agree, and Carol pulls out Jason's mirror, saying she found it in the bushes. Jason blames it on Ben, but what he should be doing is asking what the hell her and Bobby were doing in the bushes. The next day at school, Carol has gathered a coven of her girlfriends together, and she tells them about the engagement, even though she hasn't told her parents yet. We flip screen transition to Carol and Mike in the hallway. He's heard the rumor, of course, and Carol shows him the ring confirming it. For a smart girl, she sure is an idiot. Mike asks Carol,
No, come on, you're shucking me, right?
which I'm 99% positive was never a saying, and she says she's being serious. She asks him not to tell their parents until she has a chance to do it on Friday, and for some reason he agrees. It's Friday night and Bobby and his parents arrive. His father is played by Dick Butkus. In the 80s, sitcoms were the last refuge for retired football players. And they seem to be getting along. Bobby even points out how great it is that his dad didn't start cussing when Carol's mom said she likes Cagney and Lacey. That was a CBS show and Growing Pains was on ABC, so I guess that explains that joke. Also, by May of that year, Cagney and Lacey aired their last episode, so I guess that was a serious burn. We get another one of those transitions with the weird noise, and I'm starting to realize that this is just the standard Growing Pains transition. Carol and Bobby say they have an announcement, and Carol opens by assuring them she's not pregnant. Bobby's dad stands up and towers over Carol, showing that maybe Bobby didn't have the best male example growing up. After explaining that they're going to wait a year, Carol tells them that she and Bobby are getting married. They all stare dumbfounded. The parents start fighting and Maggie tells the kids to wait in the kitchen. Jason wants to hear the kids out, but Bobby's dad isn't having it. He blames Carol and Maggie starts getting angry with him. Jason kicks the kids outside, and he and Bobby's dad talk in the kitchen. Jason uses his patented psychology to get through to Butkus. He shows Bobby's dad how to express himself and why he doesn't want them to get married. With everyone calm, they call the kids back in to talk. Carol gives some logical reasons why they should get married, but Jason shuts them down. Carol freaks out, proving what a child she is, and Bobby's dad tells him that as long as he lives in his house, he's not getting married. Bobby storms out saying he'll find a different place to live. We transition to that night, and Bobby sneaks through the window saying they should elope. Carol agrees and climbs down the ladder that Bobby somehow brought in his tiny car. As they walk to the car, they start talking about their life together, and they notice some differences. For instance, Carol doesn't want to change her name. That doesn't bother them much. Then Carol says she wants to go to Harvard, and Bobby says he wants to go to a Big Ten school like Ohio State or Michigan for football. Carol begins to realize that they didn't really think this out, and maybe this isn't the best idea. She tells Bobby she's having second thoughts, and he can't argue with her. She gives the ring back, and Bobby, suddenly realizing this is one ripcord you can't unpull, says he'll see her around. The episode ends with Mike coming home and Carol crying in his arms. And man, not even I can think of a joke for the pain of young love lost. I'm not heartless. Oh wait, Ben also talks about farting in this episode. Listen.
If you have to make a rude noise, leave the room first.
How rude.
Nailed it, thank God. Thanks for watching this episode of Dumpster Diving. Come back every Thursday for more episodes of Dumpster Diving, every Tuesday for deleted chapters from famous novels. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment for us below, and come back next week. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.